Hey guys, I'm Mesha.
And I'm Alex.
And we are starting a podcast.
Yes.
We've decided she can share a little bit about the story and how this even came to us. But I'll share you our name that we decided to name it. Mission in Action, which we'll call it M.I.A. for short. So the M.I.A. podcast. M.I.A.
Yes. So this will be the M.I.A. podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We're super excited to share our heart, our stories, our experiences, and to use this platform to break the mold. But before we go on about our heart, share how we got this idea. It's a crazy idea.
So, I mean, ironically, you guys kind of have a backstory. I feel like majority of the people that's watching, a backstory of our friendship. And when we really recently became friends again, we were both kind of in like...
It was a miracle.
Yes, it was all God.
A God miracle.
We were both kind of in such huge transitions in our lives, and I don't know about you, but I was like on like this search to really find what I wanted to do. Like, who am I? What is my purpose in life, you know? Mm-hmm. And one night we were hanging out and we were just vibing, like talking about all sorts of things, and you know, like our conversations are very unique. I feel like very against the grain and
Deep.
It's very deep, and I just was like, whoa, like why
keep this to ourselves?
Why keep all of this to ourselves? Like,
yeah.
You know, the connection was instant, and it's like it was meant to be, and it was meant for us to be friends again.
Meant to be shared too.
Yes, for this specific reason, for us to use our voices and just the way we think, and you know,
what we believe
in, and just things that we've been through personally. Like, I feel like we could help a lot of people, you know, and just really soften people's hearts and just
be that example. I think too, like what it looks like.
Yes.
To step out of our comfort zones, to put our pride aside, to be willing and open to learning new things and applying that without an example too, because I feel like in today's society there's like a lack of examples. There's like a lack where, I don't know, we're taught to like put up this front, we're taught to like be strong, to look the other way, you know, when it comes to somebody who done us wrong or whatever, etc., etc. But me and Alex are definitely the example of going against the grain, doing what the opposite of what we're taught, of what culture says. And I also think like our story is not just a story, but it's a testimony to like what God can do in just your willingness to take that step of faith, you know.
Yeah.
Because, and we'll go into detail, I think, about that in our first, not that I think, I know, we'll go into detail about how this happened. For those of you who know us, you know our story. For those of you who don't, generally, not going to get into details, but just to prep you to receive our first episode on how this happened. Generally, me and Alex, we knew each other since middle school.
Yes. Since
middle school. And we were friends, then we weren't friends, and then we were friends, and we were kind of on and off. And it has a lot to do with, you know, peer pressure, all of those things that come with,
pretty much going through normal high school drama and, you know, instigations and stuff like that.
But I mean, after high school, 6 years later. And we'll share everything.
Like, instantly. It was like we never missed a beat. And ironically, like, our kids are 5 days apart. Yeah. And we weren't friends in that whole time. And anyways, we're gonna save that for the first stuff, I feel episode. Like. Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of you who do know us, like, you want to know, you know, and we're not gonna hold anything back. I feel like we want to let everything out. We wanna be as honest as we can, because there's so much growing to do. And I feel like just to go into like the mission of why we exist and our heart behind why we're starting this is not to just be a trend. I don't think this has to do with anything about being a trend or doing what everybody else is doing, or
is that the exact opposite. I feel like
like
this is for us to really just open our eyes to the generation, you know, like just the way we want to live our lives and the people that we want to become. It's completely different.
Breaking molds, breaking generational curses, molds, like just living 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 that new example that we want our kids, right, to have. And that's our kids in the background, if you can hear them.
They're both.
Shout out to our personal sitter. Okay. But yeah, so with this whole thing isn't like, don't be intimidated or don't let the equipment fool you, because this is just us being us.
Yes.
And just being real, vulnerable, being honest, and allowing God to use us and to use this platform to reach hearts and to really help women from different ages to, you know, break the mold in your life, like to reflect on your life and to see, you know, what has been normal for you and what you're willing to step out of to grow and to become all that God has created you to be. And I also think that to set something also straight, I feel like we're not doing this because we think we're perfect or because we think we're better than people, or it's how we can use our stories and our testimony, the power of our testimony, you know, like same God, different people, different stories, but same God. If God can do it for us, God can do it for you. Yes. And so we're really excited.
Yeah.
We're excited, a little bit nervous.
This will be more than just us sitting down and talking. Like, we're gonna do a little bit more interactive. Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of things, you know. We're gonna share with you guys a lot of our lives. I feel like, and I'm so excited for you guys to just witness just being around us. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you know, it's definitely something worth listening to or worth watching, because there is never a dull moment. I'm serious. And we're just ready to bring you guys on this journey with us, and just so
and show you our voice and show you how to use your voice wherever you're at. In whatever story you have, whatever path you're walking. But we hope to inspire, to change, not change people necessarily, but just to spark change in people's hearts.
Create a different way of thinking, you know. Don't be afraid to go against the grain, guys. And so pretty much that's
so actually too, our next episode is going to be on friendship, how this happened, and our history, both individually and then together as a friend, and kind of what led us to each other. And then we're gonna do like a little bit of Q&A videos, maybe just to kind of give you an idea of who we are, so you can get to know us a little bit. So it's not so formal, you know. But we want to be as real as possible. We want to bring real content. We want to be as open as possible, so that you can get the most out of this. So DM us or message us. We'll put some type of resource in there for you to get a hold of us, and like send some questions for us to answer.
So let's wrap it up.
Okay, let's pray. You know, pray. Okay, Heavenly Father God, we just thank you. We thank you for every bit of resource that was put into this, God. And we thank you for this platform that we can use our voices to minister, but also to just be vulnerable and share what you have done through our lives, God, individually and in our friendship, Lord. And we look forward to the many blessings that you have, and we look forward to you working through us, God, and using this platform to reach people's hearts and to open up their minds and spirits to let you in, God, because you're so good, and without you, this here would not be possible. Our friendship alone would not be possible. And so we thank you, and we give you all the praise and all the honor and all the glory. And we love you. In Jesus' name, amen. We're so excited.
Okay, well, I hope you guys stay tuned, and we are just getting started, guys, so stay tuned.
We out. Boom.